A pentagonal lamina of sides 25 mm is having a side on both HP and VP. The corner opposite to the side on which it rests is 15 mm above HP. Draw the top and front views of the lamina. A pentagonal lamina of side 25 mm is having a side on both HP and VP. So obviously we have to start the problem from HP. So now we can see that one of the side is resting on, so the problem has to start on HP, and the side which is resting on HP has to be perpendicular to VP. So we can see that CD is the side which is perpendicular to VP. And when you look from the front view, we can see that all the sides are resting on HP. So obviously it should be parallel to HP. Once it is parallel to HP, so we are getting the true shape. That is A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, in E to A, all are having a side which is equal to 25 mm. Now, when you look from the top view, you have a pentagon surface which is of 25 mm. Now, this is what we can see in the 2D analysis also, wherein when a side is perpendicular to VP, and then the side opposite one end is a corner and this opposite is a side. So this is the side and this is the corner. As we see from the top view, when you look from the front view, ABC is near to the observer. So A dash, B dash, C dash is visible, and D and E is away from the observer. So D dash and E dash will be in bracket. Now, in the second position, the corner opposite to the side on which it rests is 15 mm above HP. So the corner opposite to the side, which is C dash, D dash, is the side. The corner is A, which is 15 mm above HP. So you're going to get 15 mm above HP. That means you are rotating the first position front view such that it will be A dash will be above HP by 15 mm and C dash, D dash will be on HP. So that is what we have shown here. So this is the second position top view. Now here we can see that 15 mm above HP and the side CD is resting on HP. So obviously it is perpendicular to VP. In this position, the surface is inclined to HP and still the surface is perpendicular to VP. And having a side on VP also, the side which is resting on HP has to be on VP. The side resting on HP is C dash, D dash. So the same side has to rest on VP. So when you want to do this, so you have to rotate the pentagon in the second position top view such that CD will be on XY line. You rotate this such that CD will going to become on XY line. Then you need to rotate this in counterclockwise direction. You cannot rotate in clockwise because then A will be on VP. So since CD has to be rest on HP, so CD has to rest on VP. So obviously you have to rotate in counterclockwise direction. And we can see this is how this will going to be the third position. So when you are projecting this in 3D, so this is how you will be getting the image in the vertical plane. And when you look from the top view, this is how you will be able to see the image in the top view. And now this image and this image is same, and this image and this image is same. This is how we can do the analysis. How do I know that my problem is right? The side is resting on both HP and VP, and the side opposite to the corner is 15 mm above HP, and this is a pentagon of 25 mm side. So we have considered all the conditions given in the problem. Now we will try to solve the problem in the sketchbook. So to do that, first we will going to draw a thin horizontal line which we call it as XY line, and you mark XY and mark VP and HP. As we have seen, one of the sides is perpendicular to VP because the side is resting on HP. The side which rests on HP has to be perpendicular to VP. So draw a vertical line and measure a distance of 25 mm, and you mark this point as C and you mark this point as D. Then with C as center, by using the protractor, you measure an angle of included angle of 108 degree with respect to CD, and then draw an inclined line. Similarly, with D as center, with respect to DC, you measure an included angle of 108 degree and then draw an inclined line. So by using the compass with C as center, taking the radius of 25 and cut an arc on this 25 as a 108 degree line, and also with D as center, cut an arc on 108 degree line, so that you will going to get the point as B and E. Then with B as center, taking a radius of 25 and draw an arc, and with E as center, cut on the previously drawn arc so that you will going to get this point A. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to A with a dark line. So now we have got the top view. Now to write the front view, draw a vertical projector from A to the XY line and draw a vertical projector from B and E to the XY line and draw a vertical projector from C and D to the XY line. Then as you look from the front view, A dash, B dash and C dash is near to the observer, so it becomes visible, and D and E is away from the observer, so D dash will be in bracket and E dash will be in bracket. Then join A dash to C dash with a dark line. Now he says one of the sides is on HP. The side which is on HP is C dash D dash. So this is the side. The corner opposite to this side will going to be A dash, which is the corner. So since side is on HP, so consider any convenient distance and you mark this point as C dash D dash. Then from XY line, you measure a distance of 15 mm in the vertical direction and draw a horizontal projector. Then by using the compass with C dash as center, taking the radius of C dash A dash of the first position front view, and with C dash D dash as the second position front view, cut an arc on this horizontal projector and you mark this point as A dash. And then join A dash to C dash with a dark line, and then by using the compass, you measure the distance from C dash to B dash. From C dash, you cut an arc on this second position front view, and you will go and mark this point as B dash and E dash. Then we need to write the top view. So draw a vertical projector from A dash to the top view and draw a horizontal projector from A. Both will going to intersect at this point. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from B dash and E dash and draw a horizontal projector from B and E. Both points will going to be intersect at this point B and also E respectively. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from C dash and D dash and draw a horizontal projector from C and D. Both will going to intersect at these 2 points and you mark this point as C and D. Then you join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to A with a dark line, so that you are going to get the top view. Now as we want the side which is resting on HP is also resting on VP. Now in this second position top view, we can see that the side resting on HP is perpendicular to VP. Now we have to make it parallel and keep it on the vertical plane. So to do that, first you may take by using the compass, you measure the distance from C to D and from the C to D of the second position top view and cut an arc on the XY line at convenient distance from the second position. And you mark this point as C and you mark this point as D. Then you measure the distance from C to this point, and from C you transfer it on here and then draw a perpendicular line in the top view. Then you measure the distance from this point to this point, and from this point you transfer it on here to this line. Similarly, you draw a horizontal line with respect to this vertical line, and then you measure the distance from this point to B and also from this point to E. Both will going to have equal distances and transfer it from this point to left side. You're going to mark this point as E. From this point to the right side, you're going to mark this point as B. Then similarly, then measure the distance from this point to A. From this point to transfer it on this vertical line, you will going to get this point as A. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to A with the dark lines. Now we need to write the front view. As C dash D dash is already on XY line, CD also is on XY line, so C dash D dash will going to get it on XY line. And draw a horizontal projector from B dash and E dash and draw a vertical projector from E and B. Both will going to intersect on this horizontal projector line, and you mark this point as B dash and E dash. And draw a horizontal projector from A dash and draw a vertical projector from A. Both will going to intersect at this point, and you mark this point as A dash. Then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash and D dash to A dash with a dark line. So this is how you will be able to draw the solution in the sketchbook and show the dimensions of 15 and 25. And how do I know that my problem is right? The side is resting on both HP and VP, and the side resting on HP opposite to this side is a corner which is 15 mm above HP, and this is a pentagon of 25 mm side. This is how you will be able to solve